Hello, and welcome to the Parking Lot Projectionist podcast. My name is Andrew Serafinovics.
And I am Raymond Renaud.
And today we saw Spy. Raymond, what is Spy?
Spy is a 2015 action comedy crime.
Wait, usually you put the adjective before the other thing. Now you're implying that this movie is a crime by saying crime last.
I'm sorry, this is a crime action comedy.
But was it written that way? Is this anonymous again?
It was written. No, this is not. This is the official.
Oh, this is official. Okay.
Action comedy crime about a desk-bound CIA analysis volunteers to go undercover to infiltrate the world of a deadly arms dealer and prevent diabolical global disaster.
I love that it says a desk-bound person. Bound usually means that they're towards. Well, that's another thing for bound. I was thinking she's stuck there.
She's locked down.
She has to do it from the desk. So she's running around with a desk in this movie?
That would be great. We should have seen that. The desk could transform into everything. It'd be spy gadgets come out the desk, turn into a jet stuff, and just fly around. This movie stars Melissa McCarthy, Rose Byrne, Jude Law, Jason Statham, Rad Howie, Miranda Hart. What was the guy's name again?
Serafinovics.
I gotta find him. He's way in there.
Yeah, why is he so buried, man?
Oh, Will Young Lee is in this one again.
Yeah!
He's the only Asian guy.
Was he the same guy?
I'm guessing that's the same guy.
Luke Cage's little brother's back again?
Luke Cage's little brother's return.
Yeah.
From the dead.
At first I thought I was racist because I was like, this guy looks like Luke Cage's brother too.
And Peter Serafinovics.
Yeah.
That's who's in this movie. It's directed by Paul Feig. Paul Feig, everybody. Y'all know who Paul Feig is.
I never saw Bridesmaids.
It's written by Paul Feig. You never saw Bridesmaids?
No, really? I never saw Bridesmaids.
I have to admit, it's a nice comedy. Not the funniest thing on the planet.
I really
but
like Paul Feig in Heavyweights. I think I should check out more of his work.
You should check out Bridesmaids. Let's see what else he's done. He wrote this movie, by the way.
Captain of the NBA Tigers.
Did The Heat, something called I Am David. He's in it. Bad Teacher. Oh, he's an actor in those. Oh, this is a cool poster for The Heat. I never saw this poster for The Heat. I never used that before.
I want to see that movie.
I know. All right, Paul Feig, everybody. So
this podcast bites.
Shit.
That party scene from Heavyweight.
Oh yeah.
This party bites. He just walks by.
All right. Film starts out. Agent Jude Law.
Deep undercover in Varna, Bulgaria.
At somebody's mansion house. Typical cliche spy stuff. There's a party going on. He's just walking around, taking people's wine glasses, drinking them, throwing them on the ground, demanding them. I demand another.
There was only one guard guarding the door to the basement, and whenever he heard a glass shatter, and he had to go investigate.
He went to investigate.
Left his post.
One guard looked at him, and then he looked at the one guard before the glass shattered.
Like, go fetch.
Yeah, they gave each other. Yeah, it's so weird. He goes downstairs, sneaks around with his gun drawn, and comes across the villain?
Yeah.
The first villain, Boyanov. Whatever. The bad dude. He had a bomb. He flashback scene told us that I killed everybody who helped me plant the bomb. So you don't know what a bomb is. You didn't like that?
You had the flashback and it's like I had two of my best men kill the only people who knew about it. And then I killed them. He told us he killed them before we saw
shot them.
Yeah, that rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, oh, is this what I can expect from the rest of this movie? It's gonna tell me things before they happen? Is that what I can expect?
Feig, you rubbing us the wrong way already, bro.
Yeah.
You didn't mess it up.
So I didn't laugh at what happened next because that rubbed me the wrong way.
Jude Law's like, tell me where the nuke is. Like, I ain't telling you shit. And Jude Law was like, oh no, I gotta sneeze. At you, and then just pulls the trigger about 15 times to this guy. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, it was an accident. Then you hear Melissa McCarthy, who is Susan, comes over his earpiece. She's like, oh my God, you just shot that guy. You emptied the clip at him. I didn't mean to.
Oh, it's okay.
Told you where your allergy meds were. They're in your pocket. You right.
By the way, Jude Law's name is Bradley Fine.
Fine as wine or something like that, the ladies call him.
Actually, they make fun of him. Jason Statham makes fun of him.
Oh, Jason Statham, whiny finey or something. We'll get to Jason Statham in a minute.
Melissa McCarthy was like, yeah, it's okay. Hey, look, I pulled up
thermal satellite vision.
She's got the Call of Duty mini map for some reason.
They got the mini handyman.
She's got a Blackbird.
He went down to a basement. How does she have the thermal vision when you can? There's other thermal people above. So
why do we even have spies if she's got this? They're constantly telling people throughout this whole entire movie, like, we got thermal in there so we can see exactly what they're doing, and we got their whole entire communications. Like,
what happens next after the conclusion of this scene? Yeah, it tells him, oh God, people are coming. I see some red dots heading towards the green thingy. Run!
I think you're the green thingy.
So he starts running. Got one coming behind you. Wow, he shoots her, walks around the corner, takes out another one. And then this scene, he stopped for a while to do something. He was looking at his watch. He was standing up. Was he standing up? Yeah, he was up. Because she was like, oh my God, duck! And he ducks down. And a guy pulls the trigger right directly behind him. So this guy took the time to walk all the way up to him and then pull the trigger. Why did you like? You had something else about it.
Well, my problem, I don't think this guy came from behind. I thought the guy was already knocked down on the ground and she somehow knew he was getting off the ground, which is why I had the problem. Because I thought he was on the ground, but he had a gun, stood all the way up and raised the gun before he fired.
That probably happened too. We don't know.
And then somehow she knew to tell him to duck. She's got an aerial view of just his head and somehow knows
like a
that
heat blob moving.
Yeah, this is a heat blob from above moving. Somehow she knows that he's getting up and he's not going to fire any time on the way up.
I thought he snuck in still, and this guy was far away. He could have shot at any moment. He just had to walk all the way up to him.
Either way,
maybe it was a terrible shot and he didn't want to miss his shot.
He's a regular Greedo. Jude Law does a little CGI head tilt, dodges it.
He runs out, more guards chase him. He gets out on the lawn. The guards are firing bullets at him. You talk about stormtrooper school. These dudes.
There's no obstacles here.
There's nothing. It's an open field. He's going downhill. They're shooting downhill at this guy.
It's more ridiculous because you established this realistic tone with him sneezing and the bloody headshot of the villain guy. So I was like, oh, we had a serious movie. None of this fantastical stuff's going to happen. And then this fantastical stuff starts happening where he's still running away.
The bullets are flying at this dude. They're just not hitting him at all. So Bradley Law gets...
Bradley Law.
He goes and jumps into a boat. McCarthy's like, drive away. He's like, I don't have the keys.
If he married Susan's character, he could take her name and become Bradley Cooper.
There it is. Nobody made that joke in the movie, Andrew. Why did they put that together? Why did the villain at the end say that? Oh,
okay.
Sucks.
I'm sorry. Anyway, he's getting in a boat.
He gets in the boat. This car's like, drive away. She's like, I don't have no keys. She's like, you can hotwire it. He was like,
I need to upload.
I was thinking the same thing, Andrew. Like, when are they gonna? Is she gonna upload this into his head and stuff?
Might as well at this point.
I know.
All the technology they got.
Oh, meanwhile, the people in her office are saying how the cake is disgusting, and then all of a sudden,
I think the rats are crapping in it.
Then bats come out and start flying around. Yeah. There's bats flying around the office for no reason. Guess it was a joke. They were all over Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, and for some reason they decided, since she's the only one with an active agent in the field who's in gunfire, he just throws a coat over her head because she's got 2 bats on her head so she can't help him briefly.
It's so weird. Such a weird... What is
opening.
This? I guess it was supposed to be funny, but
it's funny talking about it, so maybe it is funny. We just weren't in the mood at the moment. He didn't know how to hotwire it. He's like, okay, let me go to my other computer that just has a missile that I can bring down.
Let me call the phone. I'm a phone in a airstrike. Phone in one of my kill streaks here. Airstrikes the docks. Doesn't kill him.
So now he has plenty of time to... What the...
I don't know what happened. So he started the boat somehow and drove away.
Now he's got his confidence back, so he hotwired it just fine?
I believe so.
He gave her like oh, nice job. I don't know what I could do without you in my ear. And now go home and feed my pets, mow my lawn.
Fire my gardener. He keeps her running over the sprinklers. So she goes and tries to fire the dude.
Please, no. Don't fire me.
He's like, no, I have kids.
He's saying it like this. This is great.
A kiss. I wear a shirt. Look at my shirt, my kids. She tries to cover the eyes of the kids.
Okay, they're looking right at me.
No, I can't do it.
I can't do this in front of them. Please don't fire me.
So then she just took it.
Such a pushover. She does the lawn herself, and he gets to keep his job.
He's cutting the hedges or something. And then we get the opening credit sequence, James Bond style, for this movie. Not very good. I don't know. I just wanted to enjoy the opening credit sequence.
I guess it was trying to completely parody the James Bond formula, but at the same time, James Bond formula doesn't exist because James Bond is kind of a depressing Jason Bourne type character now, and there's no James Bond movies. This movie's kind of spoofing something that doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, shots fired at the James Bond movies of recently by Andrew.
Maybe we'll get to that another time.
We'll get to that when Spectre comes out, Andrew. It's later this year, right?
Yeah, it is. Maybe something else is coming out that week.
Oh, more shots fired.
Let this go for now.
Okay, we cut back to her having dinner with him.
Dinner's on me because you did all the work for me and then did all my chores.
Oh my gosh, thanks. Thank you for taking me to such a dump. Was gonna go to KFC, but nah. Yeah. She screamed that out loud in the restaurant and everybody looked at it. That was the first funny part of the movie right there.
That got Raymond.
She did a lot whenever he tried to make a joke. She did
about BK.
Everybody turned. They didn't do a pull-out shot of it. It was nice that they kept it in, but you can see people in the background turn and look. That was nice. Anyways, she eats a paper towel.
Weird things that you just pour sanitary stuff on it, and the towel inflates, so it almost looks like a piece of raw sushi or something. I guess she thought it was hydrogen food. I mean, water food.
Water food.
She thought it was water food from like Back to the Future Part 2. Hydrate level 4, please. Pour water on it. And
I've never experienced that before in my life.
You'll never have to.
She eats the towel. This sucks. I need more towels. The waiter goes to get more towels. She says, I love you. He says, come closer. Come closer. He's like, oh my God.
Table moves forward.
She's like, yes, it's happening. Oh, yes.
Take me now.
He's like, you're about to get pink eye. What? No, I don't. Yeah, it's coming. I see it right now.
He offers her a jewelry case. Oh my gosh, is this what I think it is?
Oh my gosh, she's gonna ask me to be his whore.
Opens it, and it is a retard cupcake necklace. Well, I say that because the eyes are crooked and they've got teeth. Oh, you can't say it.
We can't use that word.
I'm sorry.
It's a
oh my gosh.
It's a weird looking ugly cupcake necklace with
deformed
cross-eyed teeth and
oh no, she's laughing at deformed now. Okay, I can't say retard, I can't say deformed. Let me know when I hit an adjective that's okay.
It's an ugly cupcake necklace because he knows she likes to make goofy looking necklace when the thing's making a goofy face.
It suits you perfectly.
Yeah, he said that. Yeah, it does. The main guy's dead. His daughter is gonna try to sell the nukes and shit.
Sneaking into New York for a UN summit, blow up New York with a nuclear explosive.
They said that at the beginning of the movie?
Yeah, they said that at the beginning of the movie. They said, we suspect that this is how he will do his climax.
They was talking about Joe Chill? Yeah, they showed a picture of Joe Chill and they showed a picture of that other dude too.
Your Honor, I didn't mean to nuke that city.
I'm not gonna lie. I just knew bad guys, good guys. I know what the plot was trying to do in this movie. It was real.
You got the daughter of the bad guy, who is the only person who now has the codes for some reason, because the guy actually did pass it down to her, and they knew this. Why didn't we just go after her if they knew this? There's some other lackey guy named Nikolai, some other guy, and then there's Joe Chill.
There's a bunch of villains for no reason. Could have been just like one villain, but anyways.
But Melissa McCarthy's got pink eye. You don't need to pay attention to any of this. You're gonna infect us all.
Yeah, get out of here.
You touch this paper.
That's what Allison Jennings say. Oh, Allison Jennings in this movie, by the way, everybody. They didn't have her build on IMDb, I don't think.
Aww.
They should have. She was probably further down the line like old boy was. That's rude, though. Jude Law goes, and he's like, I gotta finish this mission. I'm gonna go sneak into the daughter's house, and I'm gonna get her. Sneaking around, his camera's messing up on his eye camera.
I don't like this. This is not good. What's happening to my equipment? I have no mini-map anymore.
Somebody had a jammer. And this was weird. He walked in.
It's too easy.
He was talking to her. Yeah, he's like, it's too easy. I just like easy. And he quickly turned around before these guys approached. Like, you couldn't hear this dude's footsteps. They like stepped into the frame of the camera, and then he turned around and beat him up. He just knew. He read the script, I guess.
Darn right.
Shot him. The girl comes, Rose Bryn. That's her name, right?
I think it's pronounced Burns, but I don't know.
Rose Burns?
I don't know.
It's B-R, right? B-R-Y-N-E.
I thought it was B-Y-R-N-E.
Let's look it up.
S.
B-I-R-N-E. It's Burns or Byron? Byron? So Byron shows up and she has the gun.
Know what I mean, Byron?
Yeah. She has the gun.
That's so rude of us.
Wow, she needs to tell us how to pronounce this name.
Okay, tell Ray.
So Miss Byrne, she shoots at him. Oh, she told him look around the room. Oh, look at those knives. Try to grab those. And then Byrne was like,
She's telling you to go for those knives right now, isn't she?
don't listen to Byrne. He's on the ground, shoots at him some more, kills him. Melissa McCarthy's upset.
She kills him. They give a nice little eulogy in front of a bunch of stars.
Melissa McCarthy cries.
Her friend Nancy comes over and is like, hey, we'll go out, have a good time tonight. I'll cheer you up.
She gets over it quick. They go out. I guess it's a CIA bar. Just every agent goes there.
I thought my life would be different whenever I joined the CIA, but it's just more of the same. I haven't changed. I haven't been with a guy in blah, blah 3 years. Everybody hasn't been with a guy in 3 years in this
they
movie.
being weird.
She wants more out of life. She feels unfulfilled in her station. The not whore from Firefly shows up, named Karen.
The not whore? That's what she is? The not whore?
I forgot what her title is, but she doesn't like it when you call her a whore. But she does sleep with men or provides them with therapy
I
and
see
stuff.
she was in Serenity and whatnot. Yeah, she shows up. Her name's Karen. They're like, oh, she's so perfect. I can't stand her. Nancy's like, I can't stand her.
She probably doesn't even know her name.
Then she walks over. It's like, Nancy!
Susan!
How you guys?
Oh, hey, Karen!
We don't like you.
I'm just gonna go ask Al over here at the bar for a drink. You guys want anything? Oh, good luck in your drink. This guy's got the worst service ever. Hey, Al. It's like, oh, sure, here you go, Karen. Hey, Karen, are these two bothering you?
No, they're not. So Karen talks to them and like, oh, I'm going on vacation. What was she doing? What was the purpose? Was she like, she said that she was going on vacation? Or?
Yeah, the purpose of the scene was to establish her character and say she was going on vacation so that we knew
leaving.
about her for later.
Yeah, for
spoilers.
Something that you don't even need to.
You don't really need to know. It could have been
took
anybody.
this out the movie.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Doesn't even need to be there.
Could have just been some henchmen. Damn, that really was a waste of just. I'm thinking like studio-wise, you just wasted money on an actor. You could have completely cut this whole thing out.
I'm sure Firefly fans will be happy to see her.
Oh, okay, Firefly fans. Enjoy seeing Karen the whore again.
Whoa, we don't like it when you call her that. I have no idea what I forgot what it's called.
Karen the not whore is here.
What a title.
Sleeps with all the men. Anyway, she leaves. They hate her.
Nancy makes a fart noise at her whenever she's leaving.
She says Susan's got gas. Karen stays there and smokes a cigarette for some reason.
You can't even smoke in here.
Karen gets to do whatever she wants.
Oh, did we mention that whenever Rose killed Bradley Fine, she revealed that all the agents were compromised? Like, I know about your men, blah, 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 Jason Statham, Liu Kang's brother.
Allison Jennings is like, all right, we need to send somebody in just to get close to find an office. Wait, they wanted to send somebody to an office of somebody else who was not a character.
It was Nikolai, I think. They introduced another villain, the Nikolai one.
Who was Nikolai? The dude at the end?
No.
The main villain at the end? That
no.
was not Nikolai? Who was Nikolai?
No. I'm not going to spoil who Nikolai is.
There wasn't Nikolai then. He didn't even show up.
There was a Nikolai.
Was it the dude she chased with the camera?
Spoilers. Yes.
How was that Nikolai? Dude was supposed to be an officer, and so somebody burned the office. She was like, who's this guy right here? And the dude didn't know who it was. She's like, I never seen him in neighborhood before. Or did he say that's Nikolai?
No, somebody else later on in the movie calls the guy Nikolai at one point.
Okay.
At least I think I heard somebody call him Nikolai.
The plot's so confusing. There's so many villains and shit. It doesn't make. Why it could be one person?
It is overly complicated for a comedy.
Yeah, it's overly complicated for anybody. What is happening?
Well, they all got burned, and Jason Statham's in there, and he's like, "You gotta send me the F in. I don't care about all these guys. They made your face, man. We can't send you in there. I don't care."
Like, I could do it. I've been in every action movie ever. I am the Expendables.
Once, I fought a guy who had 2 wrench irons slamming them at me while a car garage was collapsing around me. Then, I flew into a helicopter.
And he survived that shit, too, and got arrested, thrown in jail.
Thrown in jail by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I think I can handle this.
No, you can't. Shut up. Melissa McCarthy was like, I'll go in. You'll go in.
You screw it. Oh, did you notice, Raymond?
What?
Jason Statham, like every other line in the beginning of this movie, he's just pointing his finger. I think it was supposed to be a joke, but he just constantly, every single line he says, he points at the person he's talking to, like, you're gonna screw it up. You shut up. You shut up. And then he points down at the table when he's talking about himself. I will not stand for this. You. He's just constantly pointing everywhere he's talking. It's fantastic.
I love how you visually did the pointing.
No one will ever see this. let Raymond know.
It's like, all right, you could go in, Melissa.
I still can handle this, sir.
He's like, I hate all you. I quit. Considering my resignation, I'm quitting.
One time, whenever I was overseas, me and a group of expendables flew a plane into a bunch of migrant workers' cave. They could have exploded because it was filled with noxious gases, but it did not.
Yes, true story. They prepped Melissa McCarthy to go overseas to go to the... whatever. She's going to do something.
She's going to do reconnaissance work at some guy's office who they think could lead them to Rain because they don't know where she
Rain
is.
is Brian? Is Brian?
Yeah. Rose Brian.
Rose Brian.
Byron. They send her over there. They give her a weird ID that implies that she has a loveless existence with a bunch of cats, which is funny to everybody who's not a cat person, unfortunately.
All the cat people in the audience were offended. And then she goes and meets the guy from Mad TV. Andrew got a good laugh out of this one. What's his name?
They're going into the gadget place. They're seeing all this high-tech equipment.
You gotta go meet Q.
And then even I laughed because they made a reference to his character on Mad TV too. They said, "Oh, there's Patrick." Patrick. They did the Stewart voice.
The Stewart voice.
Patrick.
Andrew laughed at that guy when he saw him.
You laughed too.
I did.
You were just laughing because I was laughing.
I was laughing. You was laughing. Anytime Andrew laughs in the theater at something crazy, he'll go off on it. Now I'll tell you another scene in this movie where Andrew lost his shit. So, anyways,
high-tech equipment, but it's all disguised as feminine products.
Hemorrhoid wipes with chloroform on them.
Stool softener in case you're poisoned. Oh, and I gave you toe fungus spray, and it's like, oh, what's that? It's pepper spray. And why didn't you just make it pepper spray?
Because I didn't feel like a shit.
Could you reprint the label?
I had time for that shit. Allison Jennings calls her to her office. What's wrong with you? She's like, what are you talking about? It's like, look at this. I pulled up your training video at the academy. The video of black and white doing all this crazy action stuff, blowing stuff up, grabbing people, throwing them at the cameras.
It's like a little roly-poly just rolling around.
Snapping the necks off of mannequins and test dummies. And
Trader comes in and is like, oh, that's enough, Melissa McCarthy, that's enough. And
she like slams him down.
She throws him upside down into a wall.
Rips out his esophagus.
Oh, no.
Destroying everything in her path.
Black Widow had to come in, stroke her arm.
Yeah. He's like, come on. How about that?
It's getting real late.
It's getting real late.
Getting real dark.
Melissa Susan. And Allison Jenny was like, man, I almost put this on Live Leaks. Then she gave her the stuff. We skipped scenes around. We mixed them up. It don't matter. She goes to Paris, sees the Eiffel Tower.
Glowing.
Ooh, looks nice.
What a wonderful place. Oh,
like,
look at that.
Oh, man. Okay, we're going to a rough neighborhood now. Maybe.
Like passing up all the good hotels. Like, oh, that looks like a good place. No. Oh, that looks like, oh, no.
Thugs out there gambling. Some guy getting a blowjob from a hooker.
Oh, that's, no.
Wait, we're going a little too far here. That's not my hotel, is it? Yep, it's your hotel.
For some reason, Raven, I thought the driver was Jude Law in old man makeup.
It might have been Paul Feig in old man makeup. It's I'll go to a room.
Somebody's watching loud anime in one room, and another guy just walks into the wall behind her.
And dies. She goes to the plant, pulls out the stuff, puts her earpiece in. Nancy is her operator. Puts her contacts in.
Let me see the room.
Huh? Let her see the room.
Yeah, we forgot to mention the contact lenses are the camera that the operator can see through. See everything that the agent's seeing.
So, yeah, what happened?
That was the I don't give a crap cough.
That was not an I don't give a crap.
It's like,
cough.
yeah. Yo, anyways.
That is not what that was. It was a legit, had something that needed to be cleared.
Okay.
I'll use that for that one, though.
Is this where this happens?
Cuts to something else.
It cuts to something else first?
Because Nancy doesn't see that. Or does she see that Ford is in there? Anyways, Jason Statham's sitting in the chair.
There's a very dark corner of the room. She's sitting down calmly on the bed, and all of a sudden you just kind of see like this pink glow in the corner of a bald head, and then it turns on the light.
You're gonna fuck this up. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. I should be doing this. And then nothing comes of their conversation. He walks out the door. He's like, yes, you are. Silently going into the darkness. She's like, no, I'm not. And he stuck his head back around the corner in the darkness and goes, yes, you are, infinity. Like, it's scary.
He had a whole entire monologue also while he was in that corner about all the crap he's done.
Oh, yeah, that's where we get to learn that he once climbed Mount Olympus and faced Zeus and all that shit. body came apart and he reassembled it.
With his other arm.
He once went through a grinder and it was jelly and he reassembled himself. He could see with no eyes if he wanted to. Shit like that. You know, that's how he was making himself see. So then it cuts to her trying to go look at, my office is going to be right next to his, and then there's a fire. Fire happened the night before.
Excuse me, sir. Did you see what happened?
Somebody. Yeah, the fire happened last night. It's a big fire.
I recorded it on my phone.
Yeah, somebody had
I took pictures of it afterwards. Wait a minute, there's an important character in your picture.
There wasn't afterwards. It was still on fire. The dude was watching it burn. I wonder why the cops didn't see it. First picture was him looking at it with like joy, and then next picture was him turning to walk away.
This is very useful pictures. Thank you, sir.
She's like, who's that guy? Then Nancy was like, I'll look it up. I can't find anything about him. I don't think we ever learned anything about this guy, do we?
No.
Bad bombing.
And then she goes to a restaurant? And Jason Statham is sitting there dressed like a British dude in another booth.
We see her, walk past him. Andrew and I caught it, so we just started laughing.
Yeah, he has his back face to the camera, so nobody else in the audience recognizes. It's just Jason Statham. It's just sitting in this booth for some reason already.
He's wearing a little hat and stuff, just talking to Nancy. And then all of a sudden he turns around and says, "You're just gonna mess it up. I can't stand you. What are you doing here? You gotta blow my cover."
They know your face. You're an idiot.
No, I'm not. I do what I want. He takes a little backpack and goes away. She's standing up arguing, but then he walks out.
And then all of a sudden, Nikolai shows up in the doorway.
Yeah, the guy randomly shows up for plot purposes. That's Nikolai?
Yeah, he looks both ways and he starts walking. Yeah, that's the Nikolai guy.
Why did she need to go to his place in the first place? Why did she need to spy on him?
He has connections with Raina somehow, and they thought they could get to Raina. He was one of her associates. Figured that he would be in contact with her during this bidding period that's about to happen. So he shows up at this restaurant for some reason because Jason Statham's face has been made and somebody must have tipped him off, so he shows up at this restaurant and he starts following Jason Statham. And then Jason Statham, even though he was just sitting at a restaurant, decides to sit down in another patio restaurant outside, puts his backpack down, leaves it out very conspicuously.
Puts it on the chair.
Some other woman grabs it, has the exact same backpack because they knew exactly what backpack Jason Statham was going to have this day.
No, it was Nikolai grabbed it. Nikolai switched him up because Nikolai followed him.
I thought Nikolai just tipped his head to the other girl and then the other girl went in and switched the backpack.
No, she was just standing in front of him. She couldn't have switched the backpack.
She was just talking on the phone, making sure the coast was clear.
Yeah.
Making sure nobody else was following. Okay.
Jason Statham walked
This is all very conspicuous. I just assumed Jason Statham was a bad guy at this point and that he was doing some sort of deal with these people because why would they have the same backpack?
I was hoping not. I was like, oh my God, they're going to make Jason Statham a traitor. Please don't. And they didn't. And I was happy.
Wait, they swapped the backpacks. It was a setup. Jason Statham, stop! And the lady sees her. They got a friend. So Nikolai's trying to run away at the... Wait, is Nikolai alerted yet? I don't know.
No, she's chasing after Jason Statham. There's a weird concert thing on the stage.
Dutch or German, robo...
Stupidest shit I ever seen in my life. So she needs to get his attention. She tries to grab one of the mics. They start dancing with her and shit. She's like, get off me, get off me. Throws one off the stage, grabs the mic, and is like, hey, Statham. They switch backpacks. He looks opposite. He just cuts him. Get out my fucking way! He throws the backpack into the water and it blows up.
Oh man, that was a close call.
And then Nikolai sees her and takes a picture of her. She runs off, chases him.
My identity's about to be compromised. I gotta take him out. Nancy's like, what you're doing right now is very sexy. It's turning me on, but stop.
Yeah. So weird. She runs, chases him into an abandoned building.
Don't go in there. You have no backup. She pulls out a gun. I'm going in. He's at the top of the staircase. Don't go up that staircase. I'm going up.
She goes out, goes to the balcony.
She's now on the set of A Good Day to Die Hard.
Yeah.
That's the exact same location. You could look at the teaser trailer for A Good Day to Die Hard. There's a sequence where they're all shooting down these balconies for that Russian sequence.
There's a lot of exact same locations, especially where they had her at the end. They had her sitting in the chair. That looks cliché. Villain really looked like something I've seen before. Guy attacks her, knocks her down, pulls out a knife. I'm gonna stab you.
He's got a knife.
She was like, no, I got a gun. You ain't got no bullets. Ha ha. She's like, oh, you one up me. He tries to stab her.
But you got testicles.
Kicks her in the balls, punches her, breaks his ankle, throws him off the balcony, and he lands.
Whoa, that is a serious allegation, sir. Oh my God. I'm just saying that is a serious allegation.
I watched the movie.
She stepped on his leg, and then he started stepping backwards. She raised her arm out like, no, don't. He fell off himself. But at the same time, the jury is out.
Does this matter? Is this
in the court of law, your testimony will matter in this case.
Anyways.
Oh my gosh. My goodness.
He died. Thing went through his body. What they call him? A steel beam went through his body. And his skull was splattered all over the back of the rocks. And she looks, she's like, oh my God. Blood. Pukes on him and then drops the knife and the knife stab him.
I'm sorry, you're making me think of Chunk from the Goonies. and then this is the worst part. After I murdered it, I started vomiting, and then everybody else just got real sick, and they all started vomiting on the body too. I'm beginning to like this kid, Mom.
Oh, no. Well, that's what happened, Andrew. It must have made it vomited all over.
Oh, definitely.
Then it cuts to her not going back to CIA, but her the hotel room. She's looking through the phone at pictures, and she finds he's got a picture with, I guess, the main villain who we see at the end. What was his name? Okay, bad guy number 2.
Dublable.
Yeah, that dude. He's there. Oh, that must be the contact. That guy was contacted or whatever. Oh, look, a dick pic.
See, I blinked for a second, and then people were laughing, reacting. What did I miss? Was there something graphic that I missed? And then
they showed it to you
and then it didn't show it again. I was like, okay, I'm kind of glad I missed it the first time. Did you really need to show me again?
First time, it was in all his glory. He was like posing, and it was like up close on the shot. Like it was in the foreground while he had his face in the background, like smiling. That's how the first shot was, Andrew.
So it was
2 shots. It was up, and then it was
at attention.
It was on full bar.
Well, that would explain why it was a quick shot. You're not technically allowed to show that, even in an R-rated movie, because that's considered pornographic for some reason whenever it's up.
You can't show a full bar?
No, it can only be limp in an R-rated movie for some reason. They got away with a lot. That's why they probably did it like... Plus, nobody wants to look at that long.
I don't know. He might have been holding it.
Yeah.
That was a joke. It was the dick pics, y'all. She just like, I'm going to follow that guy somehow and all this information.
Somehow she found out something about Ronaldo. Zoom in on that camera footage from Jude Law's eye, because I thought I saw that there was Ronaldo written on the license plate of a car that Raina was standing next to in a picture off to the side of the kitchen.
Well, I guess that guy bought Ronaldo. Yeah, I got Ronaldo.
We can trace Ronaldo. Keep me in cover. Even though I blew my cover, it's like, okay, we'll give you a new identity. This one, you love cats and you're pathetic.
She's like, oh, man.
Same one as last time? No, it's got a different name.
Yeah, so she goes to Rome, huh? That's Rome, Italy, Italia,
we got this dude named Aldo. He's going to pick you up at the airport.
Oh, God.
Drive you where you get to go.
Aldo shows up. Hey, come on in here. He like do the double kiss on cheek, then tries to put his tongue down her throat. He's like, I ain't having that. He's like, no, it's all right. We gonna do it later. They get in the car. He starts driving all wild and wacky, rubbing on her. She's like, hold on. He grabs her boobs, and then he just... put his hands
he pulls the stop short.
Yeah, he tries to put his hands down her pants and all that craziness. Stop touching me! She's yelling, blows her rape whistle. Nobody helps. Just speeding.
Go flying by some hot lady sitting at a little outdoor patio, and he just looks behind, stops looking where he's driving, like, hey, señorita!
Continue to the floor with the gas, not paying attention.
Peeling out with the tires. Well, he's making great time. Are you sure this is a legitimate agent? It's like, oh, wait, there have been complaints about him in the past in the HR department.
She makes it to the hotel, wherever she was going. Where'd she make it to?
To the Casino Romano or something. So some Roman casino.
She sees the dude. I'm going to seduce him. Goes and buys a dress or a nice suit.
No farewell outfit. To Aldo.
Screw Aldo.
Aldo made offerings to her. A pistol penis joke.
Yeah, she's like, give me my gun. He was like, no, they don't want you to have a gun. But I got something else for you. She's like, no.
Maybe next time. Arrivederci! Puts on his Assassin's Creed cloak, starts hitting on women.
Oh. Blech.
Are you really tired, sir? Are you okay? You hanging in there?
I just can't figure out what this movie's about. Like, what... I know what it's about, but it's just so much stuff for no reason.
Well, yeah. So
that's what's bothered me about this. I can't remember everything in this movie because there's so much stuff.
Susan goes off, like you said, to get the dress. Slow-mo sequence of her going to the casino, try to do something to get close to somebody playing cards in another room. All of a sudden, you just see Jason Statham again off in the corner. They have another conversation about, you gonna effing screw this up, blah, 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 blah. You ever watch everyone you love die around you? It's like literally everyone around you is dying. Maybe they all just committed suicide because I would want to hang out with you. Doing all this back and forth. with again, and then he goes off to do his thing, and then she goes into the room to do Casino Royale scene. Excuse me, ma'am, this scene is reserved for James Bond. You need to get out of here. Oh, okay. She leaves the room awkwardly, but catches him giving a piece of paper to somebody else, whatever bad guy they're tracking currently. She goes back to the bar. She just happens to see some waiter with a purple bow tie spiking somebody's drink.
And Brian's drink. And Brian's is about to drink it. She walks over and tells Brian's, don't drink it. They tried to roofie you. I was like, who did this? Like, some dude with a purple bow tie. Come on, they found him.
That was a line I really liked right there.
What?
This happens all the time. People try to roofie you all the time. Well, one time somebody said they were giving me a Tylenol. It turned out to be a Tylenol PM.
Oh, God.
I don't know. I like that line for some reason.
Oh.
I thought it was a cool line. I don't know why. So mild. Okay. Would you know the person if you see it?
Yes, I would. Let's go. They walk outside in the alley. Well, of course, there's people around. It's a nice big alley. Is this the guy? She's like, yeah, that's him. You tried to poison my drink. Like, no, I didn't poison your drink. And they, why is this in the movie? Nothing becomes of this. Why is this in the movie, Andrew? Who was that guy? Why is this in the movie? Who did he work for?
I don't know.
Absolutely nobody.
I don't know. Oh, I think we find out later.
No, we don't. Who did he work for?
Well, that would spoil the ending, I guess.
That would spoil no ending. Who did he work for?
The guy who betrayed her at the end.
Who called Renaud?
Who's the fruit is Renaud?
Who bought Renaud?
Yeah, the guy who... No, not Joe, because Joe Chill's the one who technically bought Renaud.
The one who had the cane.
Yeah, the guy with the cane. I think that was supposed to be his guy, because he's trying to find a way to get her out of the picture.
No, this guy sounded like he was like an agent or something. He was a disgruntled worker. Oh, she had disgruntled workers, because the guy on the airplane was a disgruntled worker, too.
Yeah. Everybody has every reason to hate her.
Just hate this movie.
She's a really jerk person.
Oh. Okay, so she makes the guy drink the drink, and
for
his
some
throat
reason
disintegrates.
His throat disintegrates. Why would you drink that? What? She whispered something in his ear, and then he just agreed to drink it.
She's like,
did she threaten him with worse torture or something?
He's saying, fuck you, and putting his fingers up while he's dying. Put his middle fingers up while he's dying.
Yeah.
I don't know what she threatened him with, Andrew.
Yeah,
we can't know.
Oh, is it supposed to be like a lost in translation kind of thing where you never know what they whispered to each other or something?
This is supposed to be like a... Why is this at the movie? Why is happening? These are unnecessary scenes. We're sidetracking in this movie forever and ever and ever and ever.
Melissa McCarthy passes out,
I'll tell you what the problem is with this. We'll get to the general discussion.
Okay. They have a little conversation at the restaurant of the casino. She finds Melissa McCarthy amusing in her simple ways. She's being very rude to her.
Clown that I seen once. That circus.
She was homeless and she couldn't even trick her body out to raise money for her poor family. And so she was a clown and she was crying. She was so depressed. It amused me.
She's like, you a clown too? Like, I ain't no clown. Bang. Guy came, poured some more liquid on some towels. Miss McCartney tried to grab it and wipe her hands with it. Turns out it's a real thing this time. It's a...
No, it's not.
It's not a real thing?
The joke was that Byron's was just too sophisticated to admit that she was eating a hand towel. So she just kept eating the hand towel to not be wrong.
No, it was a real, because when Melissa McCarthy picks it up, it's actually mushy and stuff, and it's not a hand towle. And
I thought she was ripping it. I thought she was ripping it apart because she was trying to delay actually eating it because she knew it was a hand towel. and she was like,
nah,
it's like, do you always play with your food?
It was a real thing, yeah. I think it was a real food thing this time.
I am on the side that it is a joke.
The joke was that it was real this time. She thought it was a towel, so she was playing with it. It was mushy, Andrew. It wasn't a towel. Like,
in my version of the joke, now Melissa McCarthy knows it's a towel, but she's forced to eat it anyway because the other woman doesn't know it's a towel, and she's too proud to admit that she's eating a towel.
Don't seem out of Brian's character because she's rich already. She knows these things.
Hey, I didn't say it was a smart joke. I'm just saying that's my interpretation of it.
That's Andrew got that out of it. All right.
Who won? Who's next? You decide.
Then they get up. Shit. They notice Jason Statham at the bar. She gets her men and grabs her men. Get ready to kill Jason Statham by taking him out. She reaches their purse, pulls out a Morse code pin. Morse codes to the people. Shut down the power to the casino. They end up shutting down the power to the whole grid.
Shut down Rome.
They shut, yeah. Nothing became of that.
Jason Statham just beat everybody up, waited for the lights to be back on before adjusting his suit and then walking out.
What was the point? Why did they just shut down the power to the casino?
Why didn't we just cut from her offering to take her on her jet to them being on the jet because nothing actually happened with Jason Statham in the scene? Nothing of consequence actually happened. Jason Statham got away fine. Her identity wasn't compromised at all. Literally no reason for this 3-minute chunk to be in the movie. You could have cut from the jet offer to her just going on the jet.
Oh, it's like a lot of shit in this movie. It's not supposed to be in it. Oh, God. It was... Oh.
Raymond's head's hurting, it looks like, or something.
Is stupid. It's like somebody... I'm sorry, I'm skipping the general discussion right now. It's like somebody...
No, come on.
Somebody didn't know what the hell they was doing. They didn't know how to bridge stuff together. They just wrote shit. It's like, we need all kind of action sequences. Let's do this scene. Yay! Just threw it all in the movie. It had no flow to it. No payoffs or nothing. It was just random shit. No reason. That's why if you listen to this, like, what's wrong with Raymond? That's why. Because this is all just jumbled together bullshit at this point. Anyways, let's finish this movie up. If you wonder what the hell's the problem, that's what the problem is. So yeah, they get on a jet plane. Here's some other random shit that doesn't pay off. On a jet plane, a disgruntled employee decides he wants to shoot everybody. Oh, okay, I guess we should say that she poisoned her or something. What she do? She put her to sleep.
So she can go through her stuff.
Yeah, instead of just
make sure she's legit.
Putting a gun to her head and taking her stuff and going through her stuff, while she's at gunpoint.
You avoid a tense situation that way by putting her to sleep.
Could avoid this whole airplane scene.
Well, the airplane scene is where, for some reason, we need Burns to find out that Melissa McCarthy's character is not who she says she is, but then regain her trust anyway.
Yeah.
So I guess it is pointless. She just ends up having her trust anyway.
Pointless. The guy in the alley with the drink is pointless. Jason Statham thing with the power cutting off is pointless.
It's an excuse for the production to go and visit all the cities in Europe, Raymond.
Going to that guy is pointless.
They wanted to visit Paris. They wanted to visit Rome. So they wrote those scenes into the script, sir.
The guy with the fire is pointless.
Yeah, so Jackie Earle Haley, doppelganger, comes out, tries to take down the plane. She subdues him, corrects the plane, convinces Byron. She is actually a bodyguard that was hired by her father to protect her, and then she uses foul language as a way of getting on her good side and convincing her that, yeah, you sound like somebody who my father would trust and hang out with. Hey, now we're buddy-buddy again. We're going to go to somewhere, another city.
They go somewhere, they get out.
I think it's Hungary this time.
Oh, I don't know. She gets out. She's like, this is the head of my security team who was not with me for the first scenes that you met me. This your boy. What's your boy name, Andrew? Was this Alfred?
I don't know. You said it was Antoine or something.
Antoine Dotson. See if we can find this fella. I can't get a good beat on him. They won't tell me who he is. Anyway, some dude shows up who looks like he does not work security at all in his life. Some skinny guy with blonde hair.
Frail, pale, girly, little emotional whenever he speaks.
So she throws, she like makes fun of him off the bat. Rose Byrne goes up to her room. Miss McCarthy bullies the guy to giving her his jacket. She goes into her room.
You're talking
about cameras.
You are talking very, very annoyed right now. But
this movie is annoying.
But you were laughing at most of this stuff going on right now. You laughed really hard at that coat bit.
Because Melissa McCarthy is the only thing that holds the movie together. And her and Jason Statham, she's funny. She's funny with the scenes. But as I'm trying to explain to people what's happening, it's just the stupidest thing. It is unnecessary stuff. All right, let's continue.
Room is bugged, so she has to go downstairs, pretend like she's using the cell phone outside to call Nancy. Nancy doesn't tell her that she's right around the corner, just so there's a surprise that, hey, Nancy's right around the corner. They hadn't heard from Melissa McCarthy in 12 hours, so we sent her all the way to Hungary for some reason. She's another person that's not compromised. Not the girl with the rat on her boob. They didn't send her. Instead, they sent Nancy. I don't know who's talking in both their ears now that Nancy's there. Nobody's talking in any of their ears.
Nobody's in the ears. There's no ear people anymore.
No one got promoted.
Brand shows up with the skinny dude.
Oh, and Nancy said she really wanted to be called Amber Valentine. Whenever Melissa was on the spot about her true identity, she said she was Amber Valentine. Now, Nancy, she's calling herself Amber Valentine, so they're both calling themselves Amber Valentine. That Antoine guy and Byron come around the corner. Hey, Amber! And they both, yes!
Like, say y'all both named Amber? Shut up! Shut up! You shut up! No, I don't have to shut up. Yes, you do. You're about to cry. You're like, no, I'm not about to cry. Like,
you're crying now!
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not!
All of a sudden, Melissa McCarthy sees a drive-by about to happen. And this is the part of the movie where Andrew lost it again. So she drives by. Melissa McCarthy sees the gun. They start firing. She grabs Bryn and throws her on the ground. Nancy ducks as well. The little skinny black dude just he takes every single bullet. Just stands there, and you just see his body shaking, getting shot up. Andrew laughed, and this spawns into a whole action sequence where she gets on a scooter and chases down
I missed the first half of this action sequence.
Andrew was laughing hysterically because he could not hold it together because he watched this man die. This man died, and Andrew was enjoying it.
It's because he was such an innocent character, and that was such a mean thing to do to him.
Innocent character? This dude works for the bad guy, for the bad girl.
Oh, man, it was such a mean thing to do to that guy. I also laughed because of the timing of it, because they said, get down, and everybody dived to the ground. But he didn't dive to the ground. He just turned around and looked at it, and then bang, 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 bang. He did not have the proper reaction to when someone tells you to get down. You need to get down, man. Get down. Oh, what?
So that got Andrew chuckled up right there, watching this guy die horribly.
And for some reason, I don't know if I imagined it, but I could have sworn while he was getting shot up in gory R-rated fashion, I could have sworn somebody on the ground said, you might want to get down. And that's when I started crying laughing. The guy is getting destroyed. It's like, you want to get down? I could have sworn I heard somebody say that. And I just lost it.
It's possible. It's possible.
Oh, you could do wonderful things with ADR. There's wonderful jokes that can be had by just having someone in a booth say a funny line at an improper time. You might want to get down. Oh, don't. Oh, oh no. Are you okay? Are you okay? Catch it. Oh, breathe in. Oh, breathe out. Oh, man.
All right, well, this podcast took a turn for the better.
Oh, what's on the phone?
Nothing. I was just checking
it's like literally a tick at this point. You just keep checking you can just keep checking it. It's like I'm not through this movie yet.
Oh, God. All right, here we go.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that was real.
That was. I was trying to get some more out of the throat.
Okay.
She chases the car down, winds up being Karen, who we met in the beginning of the movie for no reason. Yeah. I was here. I'm sorry about this. Karen's getting ready to shoot her, get sniped.
Yeah.
And the driver, who we did not see the driver of the car because Karen was in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
What was the point of Karen in this movie?
So you had someone you recognized to be a traitor for some reason.
Why is she a traitor? What was her motivation?
I have no idea what her motivation is.
It's
I don't know why.
Stupid.
I don't know why she was gonna shoot Melissa McCarthy. Especially after what we found out later, I'm thinking she's on a certain person's side that would also be on Melissa McCarthy's side. So I don't know why she's going to do that. Or maybe she had...
But that certain person was the one who shot her. Because remember,
Yeah.
he goes and he throws the knife at the other girl. So he was the one who did that shooting.
Because I was about to propose that maybe Karen was about to shoot Melissa McCarthy because she had a villain with her in the driver's seat and she had to prove that she wasn't a good guy.
Don't try to give excuses. We did not know who this was.
Hey, that was a halfway decent excuse.
We're not going to give this movie excuses, Andrew, about why they did what they did. This is just convoluted and it makes no sense. This actress was just in it so people can realize it's the Firefly, not horror or whatever.
So after these traumatic events, naturally we need to go to some night at the museum rave.
Wait, what? They went to a night at the museum rave?
Yeah, there's just a rave scene, like some sort of, they're in a cleared out museum and there's a concert going on and people are raving and
Oh, that's what happens next?
I don't know, it's pretty close. What else happens, do you recall? Oh, Nancy was trying to help Raina out, and she was putting her coat over her, and she was exhausted from all the running, and so she collapsed on top of the Raina Byrnes. Raina's like, screw this, and she runs off. Then she's in a window, and she dumps her vodka or something on top of them to get their attention.
She's yelling at them to get more security. And so she has to call Aldo, because that's the only person she knows. And Aldo comes in. I thought it was going to have like a team of security people. It was just Aldo.
Aldo's the backup, man.
I thought they would call the rest of the operators.
Operator, would you help me place this call?
But they didn't. So they go to the rave scene, like Andrew says. And Curtis 50 Cent Jackson shows up.
For some reason.
He's in another country doing this.
Just, I don't know. Yeah, that's my reaction pretty much summed up with that silence.
This is my action summed up for a lot of scenes in this movie. Anyways.
So complex stuff is happening. Jason Statham has a wig and a mustache on, dancing with some ladies. Melissa McCarthy yells at him, is like, "You're gonna effing screw it up, so I'm here again."
And then Melissa McCarthy sees
Jason Statham, what
lady.
a good sport in this movie.
Him and her are the best parts.
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy sees the lady from the earlier in the movie who was gonna kill Jason Statham, and she's there to try and kill Brian. Am I right?
There's like some sort of three-way tension built up, because the lady from earlier, if she sees Raina, she might try to kill Raina. But if she sees Jason Statham, she might try to kill Jason Statham. If Jason Statham sees either of them, he's gonna pounce and blow her cover. If Raina sees any of this going on and her associating with any of these people or tracking any of these people, then that's gonna blow Melissa McCarthy's cover. So there's all these complex things that could happen bad from these three people being in the same room with Melissa McCarthy right now. That's what I'm talking about, convoluted stuff right now. There's so many different ways that this could go badly for her. So she needs to create a distraction.
So she makes, what they call her again? Nancy?
Nancy.
Makes Nancy jump on 50 Cent and start dry humping him on the stage. Kevin, tell me 50, Kevin, tell me. He's like, help me. So she's able to grab the girl with the green on, drag her over somewhere.
She's about to arrest
I think
her.
they do meet Jason Statham at one point.
I'm gonna take it from here. You're just gonna screw up this arrest.
And then the girl flip Melissa McCarthy in the headlock. Nancy sees, is like, I need a bigger distraction. She starts taking her clothes off, starts dry humping 50 Cent even more, hit some buttons and smoke everywhere. And the lady runs out. Melissa McCarthy chases her across the street. They get into a fight sequence in the kitchen where Melissa McCarthy uses
did you like
a
the
frying
fight
pan.
sequence?
It was a nice fight sequence.
I thought it was pretty well choreographed. Pretty cool.
I wish I'd have known who this lady was, who she was fighting though.
She was there 20 minutes earlier.
Generic bad lady number one.
Yeah, from earlier in the movie. So now you kind of know her because you saw her before.
Why is she? What is she doing? Why is she a bad guy? Who does she work for?
Oh, I think you know who she works for.
I don't know who she works for. This is just random shit in this movie.
She works for the final villain that betrays them all, that Braga guy.
I thought Joe Chill was supposed to be the final villain in this movie. I was mad when they killed him.
Oh, spoilers.
Anyways, I don't give a shit.
Basically, at this point, we're building up to a twist because they're wondering why Karen was a double agent about to kill her. What's going on here? We gotta track this woman down, not let her get away, because she knows something's not right. Something else is wrong with this mission. And at this point, I'm thinking, so Jude Law's not gonna be dead, is he? Because we never saw a body.
I thought that in the beginning, whenever he was shot, I was like, he's not dead.
Well, I was hoping that the movie was, because they were shooting people in the head left and right. I should have known whenever they didn't show it that something was up because of how violent this movie is with everybody else's death. I should have known. He wouldn't have wasted an opportunity to just show Jude Law get his head blown off for comedy.
Yeah.
I just didn't think it was going to do that.
Until after that fight scene or during the fight scene?
Whenever they were jumping over the cars on the way to the kitchen fight scene, I was like, oh, that's where this movie's going. Mm-hmm. But then it does like a double twist.
Yeah. So anyways,
Jude Law walks into the kitchen with Rose Byrne.
She has the girl pinned up. A knife throws into the girl's chest. Turns out it's Jude Law. They knock out Melissa McCarthy. She wakes up, Bond villain style torture sequence. She's tied to a chair in a room. Looked like it was used back in World War II or some shit like that. She's like, why'd you do it? Or whatever. Like, it's like, because he's in love with me. Or, yeah, something, I'm fucking him or whatever. And they make out.
I'm assuming they came up with this plan before he went on that mission. Melissa McCarthy was monitoring the whole thing. Are we meant to think that there was like a jam period where he convinced her for 5 minutes and they just cut?
No, it was before. They thought about this. I'm going to say that, yes.
Okay. You're defending it now, too.
No, I defend this movie. I don't hate this movie.
You stood up for it, sir. Right on.
Okay, so they captured Aldo as well. Her and Aldo are chained up in the thing. Jude Law comes in. Yeah, I'm not a double agent. I just set this whole thing up so I could get close to find out where the nuke is. She's like, I still hate you. He was like, I gotta go. Bye. So he leaves. Aldo wakes up, unties her by putting his penis on the ropes and melting it.
My father always said when times were rough, a good bosom.
Yeah.
That's it.
Good bosoms will heal everything. So he gets up, she gets out, breaks into a car, get ready to steal it, looks over, sees a BMW, takes that instead.
You had a very good laugh, sir, whenever they peeked around the corner and he grabbed her breast.
Oh, you had a good laugh.
What?
You
I was laughing
harder.
because you were laughing, and then you started laughing harder, so I laughed harder.
I forgot about the peeking around thing.
I thought you really liked that joke.
Yeah, so they escape by peeking
You were
around,
really
and
digging Aldo, sir.
You
liked Aldo. You liked Aldo.
Because Aldo was, we had like a little bomb thing, me and Aldo, right? Aldo was a perv, I'm a perv, that's why.
He's not ashamed of it. He's flaunting it, sir.
He was enjoying it. I'm proud of Aldo for what he did.
He was a fun character. They're assembling a really fun team here in this mess of a movie, as you call it.
What
as it is
happening? I don't understand.
They're forming
I don't know who the
a
villains
team.
are. How many villains are there? How many factions of villains were in this movie?
7.
Okay. Thank you for clearing that up.
No, not a movie.
She breaks. So anyways, they escape. I skipped the escape scene. You don't even know. She escapes. She uses a flare, distracts some guys, breaks out. The guy says, "One day I'm gonna fuck you." That's it.
Aldo says that to her.
Yeah, Aldo says that.
It was a funny thing because they zoomed up like he was going to say something really passionate. This romantic music went, "One day I will."
She's the BMW, takes that, drives to the location. I don't have
She
no
had
idea.
She had a look on her face like there's something better than a BMW sitting there.
Guess what happened?
After the BMW commercial?
After they escape, she says, "I'm going after them." And Aldo asks, "How do you know where they are?" She says, "I know everything." And just when she drives to this mansion.
Yeah. They don't give a crap anymore.
All right.
Or maybe it's because at one point to track the Ronaldo truck. Did she tell somebody to track the Ronaldo truck? She's not communicating with anyone. I don't care.
Don't matter no more. She drives over there.
She just knows everything.
She used the car as a distraction.
She
Just
somehow
runs into a tree
jerry-rigged the car
to turn perfectly.
to turn perfectly with the gas pedal put down with just a string of rope. Somehow got out of this fast-moving vehicle to sneak into the basement. There's not a scratch on her. She didn't roll out. I think she just plotted out.
She telephased out, Andrew.
Yeah.
Telephased out.
Oh, she pulled a Taken 3.
Yeah, we haven't seen that in a while. We haven't seen telephasing in a while.
Melissa McCarthy is in this car. Oh, wait. She's not in this car. She screenwrited herself out of it.
Yeah. That's what happened. Shoot some guards. Guards shoot at her. Kills a couple people.
Barges in on a meeting with Braga, Rose Burns, Jude Law, and herself. She's vastly outnumbered by Braga's men.
Braga says, "I'm going to kill him because he's a CIA agent." She's like, "No, you're not going to kill him because I love him." She's like, "Yeah, you're just in love with him. He don't love you back. You pathetic. Blah, blah, blah."
Getting all sentimental, finally confessing that she hates the CIA. She would have left the CIA years ago if it wasn't for the fact that she thought she had a chance with Jude Law. And Jude Law is like, "I had no idea." It's because you're effing clueless, Jude Law. She says something like that to him.
So then it was like, "Let's go meet Joe Chill outside. He wants to buy the nuke." Joe Chill shows up.
Got the merchandise.
Some diamonds. Take us to the nuke, brain. Goes into the garage. It was like, "Hey, this is my car." She opens the trunk, puts her handprint inside the trunk, opens up a safe, takes a key, unlocks some more bullshit. Then the nuke comes out.
And then Melissa McCarthy says, "It's a nuke."
I think we established that in the beginning of the movie, right?
Yeah, but she just wanted to say it out loud. It is the nuke.
I guess it's supposed to be a joke that you put a nuke in the back of this car, anybody could run into it or something like that.
Oh, I thought it was going to be something more clever, like the car actually was the nuke, not that there was a nuke inside the car.
I thought it was going to lead to that too, but apparently no.
The car is the nuke. It's infused with all sorts of stuff. That's why we never drove it.
You gotta keep driving it or it'll blow up if it goes under 50 miles per hour.
Dun, 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 dun.
But we didn't have that movie. Okay. She does what next, Andrew?
Braga kills Joe Chill.
Yeah, Braga kills Joe Chill. Poor Joe Chill. I
got a better buyer who's going to offer me way more than him, but I'll gladly take what he was going to take. And Rose Burns is like offended. Is like, "Oh my gosh." It's like, "Don't worry, baby. I'm about to kill you too." And then all of a sudden,
Jay stayed at the bus. He's like, "I got him." His coat gets caught on the door and he slips, falls, bangs his head. I thought it would have been great if he just like died or something, but he didn't die.
He just knocked out.
Anyways, he causes distraction. Melissa McCarthy takes the gun out of the guy's hand.
Straight up murdering people.
Flipping over people. She does the Black Widow twist on the arm, turn, grab the head, hurricanrana move that Black Widow uses in the Avengers movies. Melissa McCarthy does this.
Woo!
So... Oh man, she stole Black Widow's signature move and defeated these guys.
Braga's the only one left. Gets her pinned, is choking her on the ground. Rose Burns got a gun right next to her.
She's like, "Throw the gun." Rose Burns is like, "Maybe I should just pick it up, shoot both of them right now." She's like, "Throw me the gun." And she's like, picks up the gun, looks at it, is
Why?
like,
Yeah.
I should just shoot both of them right now. And then she's
Wait a
like,
minute,
just throw me the gun. and so she's like, fine, and she throws her the gun, and the gun was
it
out of
falls
bullets.
short. They made a joke about her bird arms that she couldn't roll the gun far enough. She scooted up and rolled it again.
So she grabs it. She uses it to hit Brock in the head.
Yeah.
Once he runs out, they're taking a nuke to a helicopter.
Jason Statham wakes up. Did I get him?
No, so she runs out, and Jason runs out. It's like, you could have
Screw
screwed
this
this
up.
Yeah.
He's running.
He's running behind.
She just runs up to two guys, just easily takes them out, just kills two guys, bang bang, and she's running up to the chopper about to jump onto it, and Jason, you're gonna screw
He's yelling at her while chasing after her. She grabs onto the chopper, and he grabs onto her. They fly out over the water.
I've done this 1,000 times before.
Trying to climb up her. She's like, no. Then he slips, grabs her shoes, and they slip off of him. Yeah, you're gonna fucking stop. He falls in the water. She grabs a guy. He tries to shoot her. He hesitates, tries to give like a villain line or something. She was like, well, say goodbye to your merchandise. Throws the nuke and the diamonds out of the helicopter, and they land into the water.
And instead of just shooting her immediately for doing this,
He's gonna say another villain line again. Cocks the gun back. Was like, it's time for you to die. And then he gets shot in the chest. Another helicopter rolls up on the side of him, and it's
Nancy!
Aldo and Nancy. Nancy sniped him. Nancy was like, oh my God, I'm such a great shot.
I shot a person. Is it bad that I feel good about it?
She's like, yeah, Nancy, where'd you get that from? Even though you can't hear what I'm saying right now. And Nancy was like, yeah, I borrowed this chopper from 50 Cent. And 50 Cent popped
Crawls
his head
out.
out. He's like, hey.
The fruit.
I can't hear what any of y'all saying right now, but that's okay. Screw physics.
I think we should pull over. I dropped a nuke in water.
Oh, he wakes back up again. Well, he grabs her, and he grabs the necklace that Jude Law gave in the beginning, ice cream necklace. She's like, whatever, and then she unties it.
So that
and
was
he
the
falls
huge
out.
payoff for that little thing.
Yeah, that little thing they said.
There's your payoff right there, sir.
That's not a good enough payoff. I hate this movie. I hope it dies. It burns in hell.
I didn't even get that it was supposed to be a payoff at all. I just thought, okay, she took the necklace off. What's the big deal? I was like, is this a symbolic defeating of the villain? Like, not only did I defeat the villain, but I also realized that I can let Jude Law go. I thought it was like supposed to be symbolic, and I was like, nah, that's okay.
Maybe it was, Andrew. Maybe no. I'm not giving this movie anything because there's so much shit that doesn't need to be in it. Somebody know how to make the scenes flow together. They just threw it. Let's go here. Let's go there. We just need somebody to attack everybody because reasons. Okay, we got a little ahead of ourselves before general discussion here. Anyways, to get there, everybody's safe. Jude Law's like, you want to go for dinner? She's like, no, I'm gonna have a girls' night with Nancy. Jay Stay shows up. She's like, where'd you get a suit? It's like, I fucking made it.
Did not.
Did not. And
You gotta admit that was one of the best jokes of the movie right there.
he says, I fucking made it.
Did not. It doesn't matter where you got it from.
Yeah, so he hops on the boat. You did a good job. I'm going, maybe sail the coast, whatever. And he's like, does he know that this is a lake? It was like, he'll find out later.
Drives off.
Like, this is a lake? What is this bullshit? Melissa McCarthy and Nancy walk away in the sunset together.
Yeah.
The end.
We talked about it so fast. You talked about how Jude Law gave her an offer, but she's
Yeah, she's like, no, I'm
girls'
gonna have
night.
a girls' night.
Yeah.
Jude Law was like, okay, bye.
And she got that new assignment, yeah.
Fuck that new assignment. No, that's the end of the movie.
General thoughts?
Well, you already know. Andrew, you go.
Well, I wasn't liking the beginning of this movie. It rubbed me the wrong way. Stuff that was supposed to be funny was not coming off as funny to me. It was just coming off as bizarre. It didn't really ease you into its sense of humor. It just kind of hit you over the head with it and then hoped that you caught up with what it was trying to do later on. And I did kind of catch up with it. I started to enjoy it, especially when Jason Statham showed up and started doing his thing. Melissa McCarthy had some good zingers in there. I liked the side characters. I liked the bit players in this movie. I liked seeing Patrick. I really liked Nancy as a character. Patrick, the Mad TV guy. He showed up briefly, but I liked who he chose to populate this world with, these side characters. These are good side actors, and they helped carry this messy movie, as Raymond says. And it is a very messy movie, and it doesn't help the fact that because it's a comedy, they want to try to keep it as short as possible, but they have a very complicated plot, and they want to keep it moving. I can give it a compliment on one thing, is that it does move very, very fast. It's like very, very quick cutting, trying to keep trying to keep the energy up constantly, not letting it slow down or get too dramatic or anything. It's just constantly keeping it going forward. But as Raymond said, with this convoluted plot, it causes a conflict with flowing and people actually understanding what is going on in the movie because you're cutting so fast. I assume the attitude from the editor and the director is, we just need to get through this exposition as much as possible. People don't really care what the plot is. They just came to see these people in certain situations and to hear the jokes. And obviously that didn't work out well for Raymond, and I wasn't really digging it the majority of the time. But for some reason, I left the movie kind of happy. The movie put me in a very good mood at the end, especially with that last Jason Statham suit joke that was going on. I was just in a very good mood that I haven't been in a while whenever I've seen a movie.
Jason Statham and Melissa McCarthy characters are the only thing that made this movie funny.
Definitely.
I kind of like Nancy a little bit.
I didn't like her at first whenever she was being a little bit mean-spirited.
She was being negative, yeah.
Yeah, negative. But whenever she got into the field, even though it was completely nonsensical, yeah, I warmed up to her character. Fish out of water, Hunger Games reading itself.
Yeah, so without them two, I was glad they ended up together at the end because it was funny because they would just fight all the time. And I thought it was great that they always a random thing at the credits. The mid-credit sequence is them in the bed together.
The Jason Statham
and Melissa McCarthy's characters being together in the bed. They end up in the bed together. That's your mid-credit mid-credit sequence there.
If you stay to the end of the credits, there's an outtake from that scene where Jason Statham's like, "You ready to go again?" And Melissa McCarthy's like, "Oh yeah, but you got to do that thumb thing again." Apparently it was some sort of inside joke on the set, and Jason Statham just starts losing it laughing. Like, she said it. So it looks like the people behind the scenes had a great time making this movie. And I could tell in some spots because there actually was some I didn't expect much from this movie at all. And it charmed me in a few places. I really liked the people in it. It's got good scenery because the screenwriters said, hey, we want to go and we want to shoot here.
Just stuff thrown in for no particular reason. There's no reason for certain characters to be in this movie. Your girl from Firefly, why? She's pretty much the female version of Jude Law's character. She just shows up in an action sequence. She gets shot and dies. And we supposed to believe she was a double agent. I guess it's supposed to be because they didn't know how she got all the information about all their identities, that it was her character who gave them all the information of identities, but we still don't know the motivation behind why would she give them the information. It would have been nice, turned out it was her and Brian was in a relationship together or something like that.
They mentioned at one point that the lady in the kitchen and somebody else just wanted to betray Braga, and that you need me to talk to Joe Chill because that's the reason he kept her alive. You need me to talk to Joe Chill.
Oh my goodness.
I'm the one who can negotiate with Joe Chill for some reason because I know his character, and everyone who talks to him ends up dead. He planned to kill Joe Chill the whole time, so why didn't he just kill Melissa McCarthy if he just planned to kill Joe Chill? Melissa McCarthy did nothing to negotiate on behalf of this guy. It was just an excuse to not kill her right there. I don't understand.
I don't know either, Andrew.
She didn't do anything. There was no reason to keep Melissa McCarthy alive in that standoff.
Well, plot. You can't kill the main character for plot reasons. It was terrible.
At first, I thought it was going to be like the Cabin in the Woods of spy movies. They kept cutting back to regular office workers talking to people in a spy movie. You had that thing going on in Cabin in the Woods where you had those regular office workers manipulating stuff going on in a horror movie. So I was like, oh, are they going for this angle? Are we going to be constantly in the office?
Wait, Andrew. You trying to say that the office people were the bad guys in this movie and that they manipulated all these agents? That would have been the movie. No. You onto something, Andrew. Now look how excited I just got. Why did that happen? Why did that happen?
Like they hate their jobs, and so they set up betting pools to see how much they can screw over and double cross everybody, and they set up nonsensical plots, and they have people being double agents and say, you got to kill this agent, and they're just effing with people because they hate their jobs.
And that would have been great. And then they could have had the final showdown at Langley against the office people.
Yeah.
Why did that happen?
All the agents descend on regular office workers who are completely out of shape and destroy. Why? There's your movie right there.
Now we gave a plot away for free to somebody who's gonna make that movie later on.
Yeah, we did. But oh well.
Probably should have been this movie.
It should have been this movie.
And it's called Spy. It would have been great.
Oh no.
And it would explain every single stupid thing happening in these movies. I'm going to flip a car over outside. I'll be back.
And I don't know. Once again, an hour and 40 minutes of discussion, and we come to a fun little conclusion.
I hate everything about Hollywood. I hate Hollywood so much. Disappointed
But that's
Paul
not
Feig.
a mainstream enough ending, sir. You just got to play it straight and just have comedy beats.
Oh,
Straight.
Why are you coming for me? Oh, why? Andrew, we just made the perfect movie.
No, we did not make a perfect movie.
We made a perfect movie.
You made a fun alternate plot for this movie. It would have been cool.
Oh, plot that makes sense for this movie.
Can we do some reshoots, Paul Feig? Well, like I said, people were game in this movie. I mean, there's some great stuff going on. They went to some wonderful locations. There's a lot of charisma. I really liked a lot of the bit characters. It's a mess, but I left happy. I guess that's all I could ask for. I probably won't want to watch it again, but at the same time, I wanted to see these characters in another better movie. I want somebody to write a very good script for them for a Spy 2, because I kind of want to see these characters.
Bring in my broom, because it's a mess.
Because I would like to see Nancy, Aldo, and Melissa McCarthy join up again.
That'd be great.
I do like those characters. And Jason Statham needs to constantly show up and keep doing this, even though she's an experienced person in the field.
Just keep yelling at her. You're gonna fuck this up.
There's some groundwork here for a very fun sequel, sir, if they write a better plot for the sequel, sir. Would you admit that?
I do like those characters. Yes, it would be nice to see them in a great sequel. Maybe they cross it over with Undercover Brother. Who knows?
Yeah, the character. So
I'm sorry. I just need another Undercover Brother movie. All right.
Yeah.
Characters are fun. The plot, not so much. I don't know why there's at a 94 on Rotten Tomatoes or 96 or whatever.
It's because of the characters and the energy that they bring.
This plot is stupid. Why did they like this?
We're spending so much time talking about the plot, but I'm sure if the people who disagree with us are still listening right now, my argument on their behalf would probably be that you don't really come to this for the plot. You really are coming for it, just the situation to situation.
For the comedy and the action?
For the comedy action, and it's edited that way, like you don't really care about the plot. Like they literally breeze over the exposition sections so quick. And they just keep cutting to the next setup, next scene. Plot is kind of crap, so we're just going to pretend like it's not there.
90 fresh. And the 90s fresh. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say about this movie. This movie is that good.
It's not that good. It's like a 69% fresh or something. That's a funny number to choose. Maybe 68 is a better number.
If you think 69 is the number for it, then that's it, Andrew.
I think it's somewhere in the 60s.
That's about that in the 70s.
I'm positive on it, though.
You positive on it?
Yeah, I'm positive on it.
I can't get behind it because of that plot.
I mean, I'm not going to watch it again because of the plot.
And after what we just came up with, I can't get behind it.
But 60% is like a minimum pass, Raymond. You made me happy at the end. Not a lot of movies leave me smiling at the end.
I only smiled because of Jason Statham, but I was not thrilled with this movie. I was not satisfied with this movie. So my score is a 2 out of 5.
Whoa.
I'll give it a 2 stars out of 5.
It's not horrible.
It's not horrible, but it's not a passing
It's a 40%, so I'm like about 20% above you right now.
Yeah, you about 20 above.
But I don't typically give ratings.
You don't give ratings, Andrew, but this is my rating on it. 2 star out of 5 movie for me. I just can't get behind them just throwing random shit in a pot, mixing it up, and then throwing it on the screen and saying, well, there you go.
They heavily rely on the typical stuff, sex, violence, and tons of F-bombs to sell their jokes. Like, most of the time, I'm laughing, it's just because they're just saying the F-bomb in a new way.
And it goes, and you know, we talked about, what's the one we watched that other movie that I gave a big red X to. The one with Reese Witherspoon and Sofia Vergara.
Oh, Hot Pursuit.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And we talked about Melissa McCarthy in that. I mean,
you guys
I don't care what people say about her. I do find her very funny, and I think she's a very energetic actress. She does well, and I do think the reason people just don't like her is because she's overweight, and I think that's rude, but she's a great actress, and she's one of the only few actresses, ladies of comedy, that I really enjoy. She holds the movie together. Jason Statham, I know he's known for action movies, but he does some good comedy stuff.
He knows what he knows what he's known for, and he knows exactly how to play it for laughs in this movie.
Yeah.
Parroting everything he's done in the past. Wonderfully.
And Aldo was good, and Nancy was good, so I would like to see all of them again.
Maybe give Patrick a bigger role. Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick could have a big role too, Andrew. Those actors right there, they really knew what they was doing.
And I guess that's enough for the majority of critics who are seeing it. I guess I fell into that line. Yeah, I kind of enjoyed it.
All right. I'm done.
Oh, I was going to make a comment about the action, because we made that comment earlier that the kitchen scene was pretty well choreographed, and generally the action of this movie is decently done. It's decently done action. Paul Feig is dipping his feet in action with this movie a bit, or maybe it was all done with second unit directors, and so Paul Feig...
That scene was well done. The one on the airplane, where she's shooting and the air pressure is making the items in the airplane go to the bullet holes.
Yeah.
They did play the chase sequence for a comedy bit, though, because she jumps and she lands in concrete or something, wet seabed. But those two are the standout action sequences to me, the airplane one and the kitchen fight scene.
Yeah, I can agree with that. So, Ghostbusters. How you feeling about Ghostbusters after seeing this movie from Paul Feig?
He's directing?
Yeah, he's directing the
Well, I
female
hope
Ghostbusters.
somebody's got a good plot for Ghostbusters.
Because we really only like the characters in the movie and not the script work. You think Paul Feig is actually what made this movie work for most people because he was bringing out the best in his actors. So you actually think maybe he's okay?
Yeah, maybe he is okay. I still wish for Ghostbusters we had a mixed gender cast of Ghostbusters. I'm sure Melissa McCarthy will do fine. Who else is in it? I don't know the other three ladies.
Oh, Kristen Wiig and two other people. I'm sorry. I just don't know.
I can't remember who they are.
What their names are.
Kristen Wiig I think she's funny too. I liked her in Bridesmaids, so.
You roll your eyes a lot. You really don't like the Masterminds trailer?
Masterminds.
The one with Zach Galifianakis and her?
Yeah.
Kind of works for me.
That's based on a true story though, Andrew.
I guess.
Just remember that.
Oh, crap. Not another one of those. I wish you didn't tell me that. Like, if nobody...
It says it in the trailer.
Oh, no. Well, maybe nobody gets hurt too badly.
This is going to turn out like...
Because Pain and Gain is the most conflicting movie experience I've ever had because it's so goofy and Michael Bay doing his thing to the nth degree.
I enjoyed Pain and Gain.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but at the same time, I felt guilty the whole way through because real people died and bad stuff happened in real life, and this movie is just making fun of that. It's like that awkward feeling you get whenever X-Men Days of Future Past makes a joke about the magic bullet in JFK. It's like, oh, that was a little bit awkward, but I guess we're 40 years removed, so it's okay. Pain and Gain's like a whole movie of that. It's like, okay, this is a little awkward. It's fun, but it's a little awkward.
So you're telling me we gotta wait 40 years to be able to do the whole 9/11 inside job jokes now? That's you telling me, Andrew? We gotta wait 40 years for that?
No comment.
All right. That's all I need to know.
This probably actually will be cut. That comment will be cut.
40 years from the JFK magic bullet thing, so 40 years for that is when we're able to get those jokes in movies now. Andrew's so silent. There's no drone headed this way, Andrew. Calm down.
You say whatever you want right now. I'm pretty sure I'm cutting what we just said. Maybe I'll leave the part where I'm upset in, but I won't actually reveal what you said that made me upset.
Don't worry, everybody. It was another event that took place a few years back that we can't talk about right now.
Okay.
That's good. Can I say that part?
Sure.
So now people can make jokes about that event 40 years from now.
This is like a huge, 5-minute chunk that's coming now.
Anyways, back to the movie. We was talking about Ghostbusters. Let's see who these other two ladies are. I know one's a black lady on Saturday Night Live who I've never seen on Saturday Night Live before. Kate McKinnon, Cicely Strong. Leslie Jones is the other one. There's 5 of them. One of these other ladies plays the villain.
No idea.
Kate McKinnon is the other Ghostbuster lady here. Never seen her in anything else. Nope. Paul Feig's directing?
Yep.
Nope.
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 I'm still not sold on this. I'll need a trailer.
I'm a little bit more sold on this after this movie from the directing side of it, but I don't know who wrote this movie. But the directing side of this movie. Oh, he did?
Yeah. I said that at the beginning. Paul Feig.
Oh, crap. Oh, no. He's writing Ghostbusters too, isn't he?
It said Dan Aykroyd. Let's see. Am I still on it? Yeah. Dan Aykroyd and Katie Dipolode.
Oh, that's so mean of me to laugh at her name.
Paul
I'm sorry.
Feig and Harold Ramis is credited as well for writing credits, even though he passed away. R.I.P. Let me see who this Katie person is. If she's a feminine consultant, probably so. Somebody I got to consult with. Wait. She was in Spy. Who was she in Spy? Catherine. Who was Catherine? The other office lady who had the mouse on her boobs, I think.
Huh.
She's writing the Ghostbusters movie.
Oh, yeah?
It's her with Paul Feig.
All right. Well, Paul Feig's got himself a nice little clique of people. It looks like they all have a good time, get along, and they all make the movies that they want to make.
This
and
guy
people
was
enjoy
probably
them.
behind the whole plot, Andrew. His name's John. The actor is Sam Richards. He's the black guy who was in the office. They gave him a credit. He's credited before a whole bunch of the other actors in this movie.
So his subplot got cut?
His subplot got cut. Well, he was the villain the whole time.
Oh, wow.
And just like we said, maybe not. They're not clever for that. Anyways, no, I'm not excited for Ghostbusters, Andrew.
I'm not really excited
They're
about
probably
it.
gonna have like trained ghosts or something helping them out or something like that.
Stand down. Stand down.
What they gonna do? They gonna walk up to the ghost and say,
Stand down. You gotta do the hand motion with it. Then
nah, I'm gonna go.
stand down.
Okay. I did it.
Just thrust it forward.
I did this thrust forward hand
Flap
motion.
it up. Flap it up and thrust forward. Stand down.
Stand down.
Stand down.
Okay. I got it. Andrew is telling me how to do the stand down motion, everybody. We will be standing down from now on. That's it for me.
But if you don't want us to stand down, Raymond, where could they find us?
On the Twitter?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we have a Twitter account now, everybody.
Oh, yeah, we got a Twitter account.
Go follow us. Yay! At the _ hold on. Let me find it again. I just made it. You gotta forgive us. I don't know how to use Twitter that much. It's at real _PLP.
All right.
And the name of us are the real PLP on Twitter.
You can't fit the parking lot projectionists on Twitter.
Yeah, it sucks. It limits you on characters. They call letters characters and stuff like that, numbers and shit. They limit you on that shit, which I think is stupid. I got more to say in my post. Rude.
You on the wrong house.
Yeah, 2 out of 5 stars to me for this movie they call Spy.
Well, that sounds like a official note to end it on.
That was what was that?
That is my stomach acting up right now.
What?
That sounds like a bowel movement to end it on.
Oh, okay.
For the parking lot projectionists, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Raymond.
Shutting it down.